Good day everyone, I am Kianjin Gilyarawan and today I am presenting to you my very own digitized cognitive stimulating learning materials or topic storyline about learning. So my topic objectives are describe what is learning. Number 2, discuss how important learning is in every individual. Preliminary activity. List the instances or the times when you realize that you're learning something. How will I present the lesson? First is by explaining the importance of learning. Why do we need to learn? And lastly, in what way can you enlighten yourself? Activity that will assess the student's learning. Create a slogan about learning. Cognitive developmental theory concept is development of assimilation. It is because my topic learning is under assimilation. This image you are looking right now relates to the topic we're about to discuss, which is learning. What is learning? Learning is a process of adaptation to environmental stimuli, involving successive periods of what Piaget called assimilation, accommodation, and equilibrium. So, as I said a while ago, my topic is learning and it is under assimilation. Learning is dependent not only on experience but also on students' maturation and their ability to observe and learn from stimuli. Piaget observed that students were limited by their existing cognitive structures in developing new ways of understanding phenomena. Okay, so learning depending on the student's maturation. So let's say, for example, you're just an elementary student, so you are not yet matured. So you'll only learn basic, let's say in math subjects, you only learn addition and subtraction. But then when you go in secondary or high school level, you will find addition and subtraction easy and you will learn hardest way in solving math problems, like you'll already learn algebra, geometry, trigonometry, fractions, and etc. But when you go in college, that's the time you can say that you're matured enough, or not really, but then you have the ability or enough ability to absorb what your teacher is teaching. So what you've learned in elementary and high school will sum up in college, and maybe you'll find it easy to understand when you are matured enough. So for example, children learn in math stages. At each grade level, they build on what they already know to learn new math skills and principles. It is because they are adding to their knowledge without changing the basic schema. They are assimilating the information. Piaget's assimilation. The baby assimilates a new object into an old schema. When an infant comes across another object again, let's say a beach ball, he will try his old schema of grab and thrust. This, of course, works poorly with the new object, so the schema will adapt to the new object. Perhaps, in this example, squeeze and rule would be an appropriate title for a new schema. Okay, so by using Piaget's theory in the classroom, teachers and students benefit in several ways. Teachers develop a better understanding of their students' thinking. They can also align their teaching strategies with their students' cognitive level. For example, motivational set, modeling, and assignments, and etc. John Piaget's work is important because it provides us with insights into cognitive processes during childhood. It helps teachers identify what needs to be taught and when. Learning to adapt. According to Piaget's learning theory, learning is a process that only makes sense in situation of change. Therefore, learning is partly knowing how to adapt of these changes. This theory explains the dynamics of adaptation through the processes of assimilation and accommodation. Assimilation refers to the way in which we receive stimulus from the environment at a society level. Through assimilation and accommodation, we are mentally restructuring our learning throughout development. I remember the times that I can say I started learning is when I'm only 3 years old. My mother would teach me to read ABCs, count numbers, and even write my name. So at the age of 5, I already knew how to write my own name, count to hundreds, and read short syllables. I also remembered when I learned how to ride a bike at the age of 10. Learning is hard, but then I can say that once you put your minds into it, learning would be easy peasy. As you grow older, the things you learn becomes difficult. Let's say in math subjects, from learning how to solve addition, subtraction, and division, to finding x and y, solving geometry, trigonometry, and algebras. Okay, so what you see now is John Piaget's slogan that says, "What we see changes what we know, and what we know changes what we see."